Hi guys, Daily Science here. In this video I'm going to show you guys another cool science experiment. So for this science experiment you will need vinegar, a jar, and an egg. So once you've gotten your jar, you can go ahead and take the lid off, and then you're going to have to go ahead and take your egg and just slowly lower it into the jar. And when you lower the egg into the jar, just make sure you do it really carefully to make sure the egg doesn't break. So once you've got your egg inside the jar, you can go ahead and take your white vinegar and just pour it inside the jar, and when you do, just make sure it covers the entire egg. So this is how the egg should look. Once the vinegar is with the egg, you should see a bunch of small bubbles forming all around the outer shell. So now you're just going to have to go ahead and set your jar aside for about 24 hours. So this is how the egg looks after 24 hours, and as you guys can see, it's more yellow than it was before. So as you guys can see, there are also a bunch of bubbles at the top of the vinegar and along the edges of the jar. So now you're going to have to go ahead and get a bowl of water and just take the egg out of the jar and clean it as much as you can. So as you guys can see, there's still a thin layer of shell on this egg, and you should be able to easily rub it off. So this is how your egg should look. It's kind of more yellow and soft, and the hard outer shell is completely gone, and it's a lot more squishier, and yeah. So as you guys can see, with the hard outer shell gone, you can go ahead and bounce the egg without it breaking or anything, and just make sure you don't bounce it from too high up because the egg may pop, making a big mess. So I don't think you guys can see this with the camera, but the yellow yolk inside this egg moves around whenever you shake it or something, and it also moves around when you bounce it, and it kind of feels like a water balloon. So another cool thing you could do is go ahead and take a flashlight and just shine it through the egg, and when you do this, it kind of looks like the egg is glowing, and also you can see the yolk more clearly in person, and yeah, so it kind of gives the egg a cool effect. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take a pin and pop the egg, and just to show you guys how it looks, and it probably will make a big mess if you bounce it and it pops on its own. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and poke it. And as you guys can see, the egg pops. So as you guys can see, I popped the egg and everything's inside the plate, and the entire thing was being held together by this thin piece of what kind of feels like rubber. But yeah, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull it and just see how strong it really is. And I actually kind of had to put a little bit of effort into ripping it, so this thing is actually pretty strong. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to me if you already haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.